Hey you guys, happy Thursday. Okay, so I have a bone to pick with Fidelity before I do anything. Fidelity, what the F, man? Like, okay, so you're gonna say we're gonna send your check in 2 business days, right? Within 2 days and charge people $25. But then you're like, well, it's approved, but we're processing. That takes 2 days. That if after processing is 2 days from that point. Don't be making promises you can't keep because at the beginning you didn't say all that. I wouldn't have even done all that. I probably still would have because if I had done the 7-day thing, it definitely wouldn't have got here in time. But the issue is, I don't even think they should be charging me anyway. But that's on me because I didn't do the direct deposit. I forgot to go back. But I'm just annoyed because of the fact that, so, I did it, right? And so I went back on the Fidelity's thing because I was like, well, let me see what's going on. And it still showed, the amount I originally had minus the $25 2-day fee. So I was like, okay, if they took the the 2-day fee, that means it's obviously approved or whatever. Because why would they take that? So it said approved in the corner, real small writing, and then it said processing, pending or whatever. Because I had like 1, 2, 3, and 2 of the things were checked. One of them wasn't the one where they sent it. So I was like, okay, hold up, Fidelity. So that means it's supposed to be on the 28th, right? Wait, Alexa, what's the date? Alexa, what's the date?
Today is Thursday, September 29th.
Oh, 29th, nothing here yet. So I haven't got no email or anything from them showing since the one where they said, did you authorize this withdrawal or this thing on your account? So this morning, I finally get an email from them saying, "Hello, Jocelyn, your thing's processed. Your check will be there in 2 to 3 business days via UPS." So I'm like, wait a minute, hold all the way up, because people are like, "Oh, it comes in 2 days, it comes the next day, whatever." But that, like I said, was on me because I didn't put my direct deposit, or it would have already been here. Like if I had looked and went back and not just zoom through it. So that's what I mean. I take responsibility for that. But I just feel like they should refund my account because the $25 because you aren't sending it like 2 days later. You're sending it like literally about. Imagine if I had done the 7-day one, it would have been here like maybe next month. Like literally next month because October. But the point is, you guys took your $25 2-day fee, and I still don't have my check yet. And you're like, oh, 2 to 3 business days. They said it was just processed. We just sent it out today. They said on fidelity.com or whatever that thing is. They emailed me. So, I'm not sweating it, but I'm just like, I don't like these things like where they tell, well, we'll do it right. We'll do it, but you got to pay a fee for us to do it like faster, And I feel like, okay, I know I sound impatient right now, but I just am because I'm like, it's like, first of all, I don't like effing with UPS anyway because I think I had an issue with them where they sent my shoes to these people next door, and I think they were the kind of shoes they didn't want. So that's why he was like, he's all, is your name Jocelyn? And I was like, yeah, and he's like, oh, something came for you, and I'm like, what if it had been one of my toys? Let's get it. But I think UPS was behind that one. No, that was FedEx. Because I remember they showed it was at the place, the FedEx across from my work, like where the box came from. Because it was like, oh, I always do tracking, so I'm like, where's that now? What's going on? So like, ever since then I've been a little like, but so I'm good. I was just telling my friend because she called. I'm like, what the F? I just saw the email when she called this morning. And she was telling me something crazy because she worked overtime the other night. It was funny. Okay, she worked overtime the other night, right? She's all, yeah, so they had me water spidering and some manager. Oh, my friend just texted me. Oh yeah. She's about to have her baby soon. Okay. So she called me. She said she was at work, and she said she was doing water spider, and one of the managers saw her. She said, "Oh, we have another manager, that's there." And I was like, what? What happened to David? And she was like, no, he's there, but because that was the night of they introduced the new manager, I guess, last night. But the manager that left told us that there was another guy coming to our shift, from days or whatever, some guy. So I was like, oh, okay, because I'm not there. I'm not there, so I'm not gonna meet him until I guess like next week or whatever. But like, she was telling me the night before that this other manager comes up to her and she's like, are those safety shoes? And she's like, no. She just said she went into this thing about that, they're not, they heard and all the excuses and everything. She's like, well, can I just put some of those things on? Because there's like these, if you don't have your safety shoes, there's these things that I guess you could put on to cover your shoes. And I'm all, that manager must have been really, it wasn't the new manager, it was like it was a woman. She was like, I was like, that manager must have been really lurking, because like, how would they even notice? Like, and so she was like, yeah, so she asked me like if I live close by, because they were going to send her to go get her actual safety shoes. And she was like, can I just use, like, she said they were going back and forth. Then she took her to they went to HR, and the HR said, you can't use the temporary things because you've been here long enough, you should know already. And I was like, oh my god, what that happened to me? Like, I would have been like, well, I don't live close to her, so doses, I'm not coming back after taking my shoes. Like, so it's like, but so my friend said she called and she's like, I don't have any shoes. She's like, oh yeah, they're at home. She made it up because she didn't really have none. She never bought none. So she was like, she said she went home and she called her friend. Her friend had safety shoes, and she said she just got her friend's shoes, and the friend has like a bigger foot. So they were like, she said it was like clown shoes, and I'm like walking around like dying. I was like, ooh, I better be careful because I be walking in there dirty all the time. Never have them on. But I don't care. But anyway, it was funny just talking to her. But yeah, we're still worried about our friend. He didn't come back, and I haven't talked to him since. He hasn't answered me since that time he told me what happened. So I just hope he's okay. I'm gonna pray for him because he's a good person. I feel like I hope just nothing's going down really worse than what he said and everything. But all you can do is give people like their space and let them reach out. You can't kind of bombard someone. Cause my friend even said, "Oh, can I just call him? Don't text him, call him." I was like, I'll call him, but I can't make him answer. If he didn't answer me, I'm not gonna just be like blowing him up every day. Like, hey. If I ain't getting no eggplant out of it, I ain't blowing you up. No, I'm just kidding, you guys. But I'm just saying, when I say that, I'm just saying if it was like a relationship thing, yeah, I would be like, okay, if you're not gonna answer me, then it's basically not gonna work, because I need to know that you're at least breathing at least a couple times a day. I own it. And it's like, but I feel like with friends and people like that, coworkers, I just feel like they'll reach out when they want to reach out. So that is how I feel about it. But anyway, guys, I'm doing my haul real fast. My battery about to die in a minute. Okay, I got the paper towels, which I needed. I said I'll go back to Aldi and get them because, I didn't want to buy them last week because it was like, I don't know. I was going to get these dish towels because I'm not dish towels, kitchen towels, just to save money. But I was like, you know what? That's not me. That's not me because, I don't like using those things because they get the way I have water like spilling around here all the time, like not spilling, but when you're doing dishes or something's going on where you need to wipe something, is to me, for someone like me, like I just know how I am, like it's easier for me just to get a paper towel and throw it away, wipe it and throw it away. Or these wipes like these, they're hit and miss, as far as cleanups and stuff, because they're more for disinfecting, but sometimes you want to do everything clean up with paper towels. So I just say I'd rather just get paper towels, because Aldi has some kitchen towels for like $2.99 for a pack of them. I was like, yeah, but those would be I couldn't use them after I got them all wet and dirtied up from cooking or whatever, I couldn't use them again until I did laundry, and that's depending on how I feel. Like, if I want to do laundry that day. So if I don't do laundry, I don't have nothing to wipe nothing up with. So I'm like, you know what? I know me, so I'm gonna get these. Okay, so there's that. I remember I got the Costco ones once, like at my mom's. Like, I like those. That for me that works because I use paper towels for everything pretty much, especially in the kitchen. So I just haven't been to those stores like in a while. I got also some onion powder. I forgot why I got it. Maybe because I'm gonna make a roast today. I'm gonna put the roast in a minute. My goodness, if I had went to Aldi instead of Vaughn's the other day to get the other stuff for the roast, I would have saved so much money. But since I was there, I just got it there. Okay, I got some ranch packets. They have ranch packets there. It's only 49 cents. Like, versus I paid $3.99 for a pack of 4 from Vaughn's the other day. And so now I have about 5 of these. I got some the last time at Aldi. So I'm going to use this in the roast. I don't know if I'm going to use 1 or 2 packets. Probably 1. I'm not going to do the roast exactly the same way I did it last time. The only thing I'm going to do the same is the cream and mushroom. I just do that anyway. With that kind of thing. Cream and mushroom. And 1 clove of garlic. Because I just want to do a little different than I did it. 1 clove of garlic. 1, some better than bouillon. Both of them. And then a little bit of teriyaki. That's it. I'm not going to put... That's pretty much everything, really. But I'm not going to put the soy sauce. Because last time everything was good except it got watery because I put too much water. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to make more gravy. But even though you could kind of fix that with cornstarch, it's like, it just didn't come out the way I wanted it to. I kind of put too much water and it just made everything kind of a soggy mess, So I'm like, this time I'm just going to do it the way, pretty much the same way, just make the regular recipe and just put a little bit of those other things around the roast so that they don't saturate it, But it smells so good in here for the whole afternoon. Mashed potatoes. I got another gravy packet. I'm not the biggest fan of this, and I was thinking of using the onion soup actually in this one. Because I just feel like I want to do a different, I have mashed potatoes. Walmart. I forgot. Okay, so, yeah, I'll do that maybe the next roast. That onion soup. Because I just feel like I haven't really looked at the package to see, what it is or how much water you need to put with it. It just seems like it'll make it, but it probably is going to taste good with it. But meat, spaghetti sauce. I got some of this just to kind of mix in with my, I don't even need as much spaghetti as I get with these sauces. I have a sauce right here. I haven't even opened yet. And then there's more around. I don't know what my problem is. Okay, here's my roast. I got my roast at Aldi. We'll see how this one is, how Aldi is. I don't really get their meat that much except the ground turkey, so I don't know. Butter. It's funny how they have the salted and unsalted, but unsalted doesn't even... It has so much in stock. And the salted is like, they had to put another box out from the last time I went. So I'm like, you guys should get the picture here. Green peppers for my gravy. I forgot these last time at the store. I was at Vaughn's too that time. I forgot I put these in my gravy. But I'm not going to cook it with the roast. I'm just going to put them in kind of towards the end. Because I like the flavor they give gravies. Like the last time I made roast and stuff. Or I didn't make roast, I made something else. And I used it, so. Alright, what was that I made? Oh, chicken fried steak. Okay, I got some apples because my doctor told me that Um. Okay, I didn't say what some of the stuff I told the doctor, but certain dosages or certain medications do give you a side effect, an unfortunate side effect. I think you guys know where I'm going with this, but yeah. So it's not a good side effect, but it does happen. And let's just say apples have a lot of fiber. Apples, and then I got prunes because I'm trying to do it not with using those pills like laxatives and using stool softeners and things like that. I I told her I was gonna buy some off Amazon, and she was like, "But then you're gonna like need them all the time, and then it gets your body like dependent on it." And which I don't want to do, and I hate using laxatives anyway, like because it just is the worst thing ever. Like you wake up hours after taking them, and you're just cramping all over. And it's just the worst thing ever. I don't know how people abuse those, but yeah. So I told her I'll try the diet version first, but she said if it's just not doing it, it's still not doing it, then I need to contact them, and then she'll tell me what to do from there. So I got these just because I wanted some apples, and I was thinking, and I got broccoli too the other day, but I was thinking, what produce do I like? Apples, and I do like oranges too, but they always tend to go bad, so I just got this. I just got these because I will eat these. So that's it there. What else? That's about it, you guys. All I got. I don't know how this is $40 worth of groceries, but somehow it was. And you gotta check your receipts at Aldi, because the last time I went, I was like, how was that $38? I was thinking, and it was like the thing had double charged me for like two different items, and I was like, oh, so I went back and right, because I was right there, and I looked at it, and then he was like, oh yeah, I did, blah blah blah, like, so check, you guys, because they're trying to go real fast in Aldi, and hey, okay, so you guys, last but not least, I'm gonna try these out today. Hopefully it works. They're called slow cooker liners. I never used them, but I heard people use them. And it looks pretty simple, and it's gonna fit that one, because that one's a not that big of a crock pot. It's, I think, a 6 quart, and this fits 3 to 8, round and oval. That's an oval. So all you do is, when you're done, you toss the bag out, and the only thing I was scared of was, like, don't they melt or whatever? They said, warning: don't transport liner with food inside, as burns could result. So people be trying to like take, oh, let me just take this in the bag, and then it says not for storage. Keep the lid on until the end of your cooking. This is like a 8-hour, because it's a 2-pound one. So let's see. Yeah, I heard that too. If you every time you open a slow cooker's lid, it takes 20 minutes off or 30 minutes off of the cooking, because it's like opening. I forgot. I read that years ago. What else? So after you're done, it shows on here, put it in the crock pot. Line your crock pot. Put all the ingredients. Take the stuff out, and then toss the used bag after you get all the gravy and everything else out. And you get 4 bags. So if I like these, I'll get them again. Ooh, look how big this bag is for my Thanksgiving stuff. So I never use these. I don't know why. All the years I cooked crock pot, me and my mom cooked. We used to crock pot a lot. I never got them. I was always like, I don't know. But it sure is annoying rinsing those things out. You know, the stuff gets all dried on there, so you gotta soak it in hot water, and then you're able to take stuff out, but scrub it out. But this seems like it'll be real convenient. So I'm gonna get started, you guys. Let me keep this out. Gonna do it the way I did it the other day as far as preparing it though, like just pan fry it a little bit and then to get a little brown on it, and then put it in the crock pot. So yeah, you guys, I just liked it, but this time I'm gonna make tacos with the meat or something like tacos. I liked how I used up that Trader Joe's birria. I was so tempted to want to make that, but I saw what you got to get in the process, and I was like, you know what? That's like a Sunday type thing where I didn't even know. I didn't even feel like getting all the stuff because I was at the Baja Ranch near here, so I was like getting some other stuff. I got a few other things from there, but those aren't important things. It's just like cereal and chips and the third thing. A Bing, and then I got some hot dog and hamburger buns, stuff like that. So those aren't really important to show. But anyway, you guys, and one of these I forgot. I just got one, you guys. So I'm cutting down a turtle cheesecake slices. So, all right, you guys, I'm gonna get this thing ready, and I'm gonna start charging this phone, and I will be back later. Show my roast off. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye. Have a good Thursday.